up, guys? Welcome back. Digital Slang back again. Another video, another super clone, another super copy. We're talking about the Pro 3 TWS version 2.0. These are a little different than some of the ones that I've tested before, and these should be really good. We're going to check them out. They're 54 bucks on AliExpress, so they better be good at that price. But let's check them out. Specs on these: Bluetooth 5.0, rename, remap GPS, the real silicone tips, the real bottom chrome, the text on the back of the case, the reverse hinge, just like the originals. The boxing, the packaging is a one-to-one, but these also offer real Hey Siri, to where you go into your settings, you turn off Hey Siri, and it still works. And I believe transparency on here works as well. No noise cancellation, but the transparency button does work as well. So we'll check that out, see if that's really true or not. But if we take a look at the box, embossed logo on the front, the real logos on the side of the packaging, and on the back we do get a picture. AirPods Pro with wireless charging case, and again, these do support wireless charging. So let's just open them up, check them out. Designed by Apple in California. And in here we're going to have our user's manual, and it's going to be a bunch of them, 4 different ones, all in different languages. We'll throw them to the side, we don't need them. Take this out, kind of open already. And check out the clones, the Pro 3 version 2.0 with real Hey Siri. Also in the box we are going to get the real silicone tips, and of course the lightning to charge. All right guys, so if we take a look at the Pro 3 TWS version 2, if we open it up, our LED light, of course, on the inside of the lid you can see there is text there. On the back we do get that text, that writing. It is a little darker than the originals. I'll show you guys right here. So the originals on my right, the clones on my left, a little darker text, but very close. Not as dark as previous models, and the metallic hinge on the back is very close. The size is finally very similar, but it is a little darker. Still, the metallic is a little shade darker than the originals, but let's check them out. The pods themselves, we do get that bottom chrome ring on here, and if we take off the silicone tip, we do get the real black silicone tips. So very cool. We are getting closer and closer. Hopefully these sound just as good as they look, but let's connect them. We'll try them out. All right, we're all connected, and let's check these things out. So in settings, if you go into Bluetooth, you click on the blue info button, you're going to see all of the menu options. We can go in and we can rename it. You can transparency mode, noise cancellation, you can turn those things on and off. Now noise cancellation does not work, but crazy, I was testing these things out. Transparency mode does work, it does do something. Now I did try them and compare them to the originals as well. It's not as good, but transparency mode does allow a little bit of ambient sound in. I could hear my voice talking. Now there is a slight delay with the voice, and I mean very slight. It's just not as in sync as the originals, but it does work, and you can control it from inside here. You can control it from the control center. So very cool. I did not expect that to work. Also, real Hey Siri on here, it does work, and I'll show you that in the testing. But press and hold AirPods, you can control. Right now the left side is set to noise control, so we'll try that, see if I can activate the transparency mode from the earbuds themselves. The right side, we'll leave that on Siri. Actually, we're gonna turn that off, put that on noise control as well. The ear tip fit test on here. Now, when it comes to a clone, I've come across 2 things in the ear tip fit test. One is just going to keep playing music, and the other one is going to give you some fake bogus test. It's going to say there's a good seal. Let's see what this does. Same music as the original, is exactly the same. I kind of dig that music too. It's kind of like elevated music, but a little cooler. So this is just going to keep playing the music constantly. It's not going to stop. It's not going to give you some fake bogus test. And the mic, of course, leave it on automatic. There's no need to ever change the mic settings. So let's try this out. Again, we go into Control Center. Now this logo in the Control Center, this is an AirPod 2 logo. It's not the AirPod Pros. These give you a little different logo once you do that. But if you hold and touch, push down on that transparency mode, if you can click it from here, and it will activate transparency mode on here. So crazy that we are getting closer and closer, guys, to the real thing. So let's try these out. We're going to play some music, see how they sound. things sound really good. I'm shocked how good they sound now. They're not as crystal clear as the AirPod Pros, and the bass is not as good, but they're crazy loud, super loud. There is some bass, and overall, if I had to rate, now look, these aren't the best sounding. I'm rating these as a 10 just to give you guys an example and compare these two. I'm not saying these are a 10 in sound, the real ones, because they're not. But just for the sake of this video, comparing these two, I'm giving the AirPod Pros just a 10 so we can have a number to go off of. But if these were a 10, I would say these were an 8, an 8.5. They sound really good. They're super loud. They're probably louder than the real ones. The bass is there. It sounds really good. You could hear that thump a little bit. But overall, I'm impressed with the sound. You're not going to be disappointed with these sounding the way they do. So not bad at all. Let's keep going with the testing. And while I was doing the sound test, I did try the in-ear detection. In-ear detection does work. You can use one at a time if you want to extend that battery life on here. Battery life is going to be about 3.5 to 4 hours, depending on the volume you're listening to content to. But let's keep going with the testing. We'll jump into YouTube and we'll see if there's any delay between audio and video. No delay between audio and video. I'm pleasantly surprised by that. I was expecting a slight delay. And when you can get a pair of headphones that have no delay, especially clones on an iOS device, you're doing a good thing, because a lot of these clones have that for whatever reason, only on iOS devices, but these are good to go. There is no delay whatsoever. So really good. Now we're going to do a mic test and we'll compare it to the originals and see how good the mic is. What's going on, guys? This is the mic test, the Pro 3 version 2.0 with Real Hey Siri, and apparently transparency mode does work. So let me know if they improved the mic at all, if the mic sounds any good. Now we'll throw in the real AirPods, do a mic test, and compare. What up, guys? The real AirPod Pros. This is the mic test today. Another contender, the Pro 3 TWS version 2.0. Let me know if it compares to this mic. This mic, it sounds good, so let me know. Also, just so you know, when these connect, you do get that real sound every time it connects. So very close to the original so far. Let's try the touch controls and see how they work. Again, in-ear detection does work. You can turn that on and off from inside of the settings, and that's very cool. Actually, let's go in and we're going to turn that off. I don't want in-ear detection to work right now, so we'll turn that off, go back out, and let's try the touch controls. So the way touch controls work, if we play some music, 1 tap, 1 force touch, we'll play and pause. 2, we'll go to the next track. 3, the previous track. And for Siri, hey Siri. 1 tap, 1 force touch is going to pause it. 1 force touch again, we'll play it. 2, we'll go to the next track. And 3, we'll go back to the previous track. And if I touch and hold on the left bud, it's going to go into transparency mode. And if I touch and hold on the right side, it should activate the voice assistant, which it does. And you can also, of course, call for Siri to come out with the Hey Siri function on here, which I already showed you guys. So touch controls really work well. The Air Pro 3's version 2.0, Real Hey Siri. Transparency mode does work on here. Again, it's not as good as the originals, but it does actually work. No noise cancellation yet, but it does have transparency mode on here. Again, not as good as the originals. Sound quality on here, really good. Super impressed. Crazy loud, very loud. There is some bass, not as much bass as the originals, but there is bass. It's not like there's no bass. And it's clear. Let me know how the mic sounded. I doubt it's going to be as good as the originals. No mic that I've tested has been as good as, no clone mic that I've tested has been as good as the AirPod Pros as far as the mic goes. Wireless charging, Bluetooth 5.0, no delay between audio and video. A really solid pair for 50 bucks. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. Touch controls work just like they should. I think the one gripe for me, touch controls, they're hard to get used to, right? You have to push. This is what I don't like about the force touch. You have to push really hard sometimes to get them to work, and these are no different. I like the smoothness of the originals, but I even like better the AirPod 2 style touch controls where you're just tapping, less ear fatigue with that. And overall, a solid pair. The Pro 3 TWS 2.0 version 2.0 a really solid pair. Check them out, guys. I'll leave the link below. AliExpress. I got more clones coming in, ones that are supposed to have noise cancellation, so we'll try them out. But to date, this might be the best pair that I've tested, so I'll drop the link below. Guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that like button, subscribe, and we will be back with more videos. Now, as far as my main channel goes, I think I have full control over it. It's monetized again as of today, so I have to make a decision really quick what to do. I'm hoping that YouTube can combine both channels into one so I could just roll with one. I really don't want to have two, but if I have to, I'm going to have to decide what to do very soon with both channels. So if you got any ideas, guys, let me know. A lot of ideas have come through. I'm just not sure where I want to go with these channels yet, but you guys have been great, very supportive. But hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we will be back soon with many more videos, guys. Peace.